go, man. We back. She got Famus AAA, and we here with another episode of Famus Made. This is actually a part 2. You didn't see part 1 because we shot this a couple months ago, and now we're revisiting this. I'm here at the bridge with the one and only prolific kid. Talk to the people, man. Welcome to Famus Made.
Appreciate you for having me again, doing this a second time. But I love it. I love what you're doing. I love the platform. I love just everything you've been about since I met you through Rashid and, just doing work.
Yeah.
So definitely
Yeah,
appreciate it.
This is one for the books, if y'all don't know, man. This is somebody who I look at their work and just be admiring.
Look how dirty everything looks used and shit, That's one thing everybody was asking, was that deliberate? Hell yeah. We want everything feeling like it's been driven, it's been worn, it's been used for years.
When I first met him, he was on more so like a starting project. And now the way he be at to shoot for A$AP Rocky, Rihanna, plethora of other people that's just crazy. Styles P, a whole bunch of other people. From when I met you from before till now, walk people along that journey. And what's the road been for you? Because some people think it's gonna happen overnight. For some people it do, some people don't. So just walk people along that journey.
So from the first time I met you, it was through Rashid Chappelle. I think we met in was it Jersey?
Jersey.
Met in
Project
Jersey.
City.
Project City. We was shooting it was like a docuseries that I started a few years ago with Rashid Chappelle, and he was on the second or third episode, I believe. I can't remember. But Famus was here. He was with Rashid. I know they have done work before I came along, so it was just good to get the warm and welcome from Rashid and Famus just to be able to work with you guys. So we met back in Jersey, did the video project, and we just been staying in touch since. Right now, from then till now, the journey has been crazy. I kind of feel like right now is where I've been waiting to the position I've been waiting to get to as far as my work and how I'm able to display my work, who I'm working with, the type of content that I'm putting out, the films that I'm releasing. So I'm really getting into my bag of who I really am and who I am as an artist. So that was about what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, bro.
2020, end of 2021?
Yeah.
August 2021?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yep. So it's going on 3 years since then. So
3 years.
Yeah, this 3 years has been crazy. Real crazy. Pandemic was a good time, a blossoming time for me as an artist. I made my first move to New York City. It's just been a lot of ups and downs, obviously, but I'm taking this thing to where I want it to be finally, and I want everybody to see it, obviously, and I got Famus here to help me.
So this is your first official interview?
Yes.
Yeah, I see from the last time you said you was gonna start going live. You went live today, but this is wonderful, man, because to see people sprout from just the start of the journey to where they at now. You've been traveling, you've been overseas, you've been state to state. I hit you like, yo, I'm in this. I'll hit you back when I get in town. Like, yo, and then it's like you hit me, I'll be out of town. So it's like, that's wonderful. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Like, how's the traveling life? Have you traveled before this, or like since you started doing this, it helped you travel much more?
Well, I got my passport officially in 2019, May 2019. That's when I got my passport. I was just basically traveling for leisure. At that time, I was still working, building my portfolio at the time. But after, I want to say 2021, that's when I started actually traveling overseas for work and meeting different people and networking and doing all kinds of stuff. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good so far. Love overseas, love traveling, love just working, just the craft. I just love it all. I love every aspect of filmmaking, editing, shooting, composition, anything you could think of when it comes to filmmaking. I'm head in, I'm head first in. I love it. So it's been a crazy journey, but I must say I'm finally getting to where I always wanted to be.
Yeah, that's through trial and error. That's still, I'm picking up this gig, picking up that gig, picking up that gig. I don't want to do this no more. I want to work with this person more. This will be maybe a 6-month run. This will be maybe a 3-month run. This will maybe be a one and done. The way things work, like the more you work, the more people see you work, and the more you put yourself out there, the more you willing to network, things is gonna open up. You know, the world is like a magnet to you. Stay electric.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I think you've been a magnet since I met you. From what I've seen, how you do, because you're like right now we set up lights. You normally you're not a guy that like lights.
Right.
Your style is more so like natural lighting. So explain that a little more and why you chose that approach to.
Well, growing up, was always a huge fan of movies, films, longer films. Not more so the short films, more the longer form films, longer feature films, even the short films that I see on YouTube or Vimeo or such. As far as natural light, I've always been a fan of natural light. Additional artificial lighting is great when you're using it for studio shots, different things like that, but everybody has their own niche and everything that they have. Everybody has their own eye of how they want things to look and their own vision. So my vision is pretty much, I like to use the most natural light as possible. Even if I have to use artificial lighting, it's definitely good in situations like this for like an interview or for like if you're like in a studio setting. It's definitely beneficial. Yeah, for sure. But natural light is I just like to portray the reality of anything that I put on screen. Just anything that I can use to show like I didn't really have to do too much doctoring up. I just wanted everybody to see what I'm seeing in real time when not too many distractions or added things.
Yeah, doing a wonderful job. So let's talk about like I said, you went from filming She Chappelle.
And before that, I was doing a lot of model work.
You was doing a lot of model work.
That's how I started.
Yeah, I know you started there, but from when I met you, you went from Rashid Chappelle to doing a PUMA commercial with A$AP Rocky. Let's talk about that, man. How did we get from... Come on, man. How did we get from there to there? We went from upstate to wherever you was at filming that with A$AP Rocky, which is dope.
Yeah. It's just been me pretty much just networking and meeting different people and me actually putting myself out there, putting myself forward, pushing the name, getting people to see a face to Prolific Kid and who he is and what he is. It's like it's only so much you can do online as far as promotion, marketing, visual marketing, things like that. You have to also put yourself in these positions, in these spaces where you get to meet people and they can say, oh, well, you shot that. All right, bet. So this is him. Now there's a face to the brand. So I just been putting myself out there, sending out crazy amounts of emails daily, not being afraid or feeling like I have too much pride to reach out to people. A lot of people have that. It's like I don't know if it's a sense of pride that they have where they're like, well, I don't want to reach out to somebody if they not hitting me up first, or it's like they feel like they're
stay broke.
Yeah,
stay in the dark.
You want to stay broke and stay where you at. That's what you should do. Not reach out to nobody and stay in your little bubble and act like you're too good to do that. Like I've never been too good to reach out to anybody. So that's just what I've been doing for the past few years. And it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But like I say, keep going. It's like my motto with everything. Just keep going, keep pushing, never give up.
Yeah, you also take that approach of the vintage look, the old school look, the still using film cameras. Explain that process, because that's like a timepiece that some people hold dear to their heart, and most people do digital. So I know you really into the cinematography aspect of things. So explain why you still use RAW as opposed to taking a picture and juicing it up to make it look like it. Because you said you like editing, but pictures and films, you still want your stuff to look like a Spike Lee or how they used to shoot before they got to the digital age. Explain that.
Definitely. So it was crazy because when I first started, I had a few photographers and a few filmmakers that I followed on like Instagram, Twitter, and social media and stuff. And most of the people I would follow to try to, basically I follow these artists to basically try to guide me into where I think I can place myself, you know. So it's like I can see what they're doing, but now I can see what other artists are doing. I can see where I can be placed at. So it's like growing up, it was hardly anything digital. Like digital stuff came, I want to say maybe middle school for me. Everything was always just film. Remember my dad having film cameras, and my mom got me I don't know if it was a Panasonic or a Sony camcorder when I was a kid. I was probably like 8-9 years old, running around with a film camcorder and shit. So that was like my introduction, honestly, to basically what I'm doing now. It kind of was like the writing on the wall. It's like just that whole process of, you know, scanning film, using certain mediums such as mini DV tapes or VHS tapes or anything like that. It's just, it gives you a certain feeling that, you know, that's like no other. Like digital is great. It's convenient. It's necessary for the times we're in now. But, you know, it's never a bad idea to just go back to the basics of things and see how the art even came about, and to see what people would do to produce the work they put out like before us. So I'm just fascinated with the whole process of film. And I never thought, like right now, like I'm using a lot of film stuff. Before I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna do film, I'm just gonna stick to digital, like, 'cause that's what I was doing at first. But now it's like I see myself slowly transforming from digital to film. And it's like I was watching artists that I followed when I first started out make that same transition. I'm just like, damn, why are they transferring to film? I'm never gonna do that. And now
you're doing
I'm
it.
This shit.
It's funny. The camera you got here today is film.
Yes.
It's a film camera, and you usually, you know, you have your, I don't know if you want people to know what you shoot with, but Sony. Yeah, he shoots his Sony. So, and that's the digital. But today recently, I seen you even on your stories, you walk around with this camera, and that's been your lifeline. So it's good to see that's something that you could use, and you don't limit yourself on things that's here, because in a world where everybody's doing the same thing, how do you stand out? How do you make yourself look different? How do people want to say, oh, I want that look, that aesthetic. I don't want that in post. I want that done right then and there. And it's easy. I guess I'm pretty sure it's maybe easier for someone who's not really into the digital cameras, all the buttons. You can just be like, yo, press record and just record something. Is that true? Or
a lot of like the clients that I work with, they're kind of getting more hip to the film now. Like they know that it's a process and you can't really see the work right off the bat for most cases. But at first, you know, people pretty much were like, yeah, we want to shoot digital. They weren't really into the film thing, but now that they're seeing how it looks and it's bringing them back to a time where they used to watch film, it's like, oh, that's cool. I like that. I want to run with that one. Even if it takes a day or a few hours to develop the film, I still will go with that option. So it's all up to what you think and what your vision is. I happen to just like the film aspect of everything and just the way it looks and how it comes out. And to me, I think editing film, whether it's pictures or videos, I think editing videos that's in film form is like easier to edit than the digital form.
Okay.
Just because of the size of the actual files and just the way you can cut and edit is just a lot easier process. But like I said, I'm always going to use digital.
Yeah,
that's the main thing, you know.
Yeah. And talk about scaling back, like even with me, took a step back on just the bigger cameras and now just use phones, because phones is very convenient. As long as you have the right lighting in the setup and you have the right audio, things will come out great. So I've been like pretty much on the road with 2 cameras, 2 lights, 2 mics, Famus Made, back in the loop.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
And me and you cooking up something real dope, man. We got a live performance that we're gonna put together. I can't wait for that to come out. But anything else in the works that people should know about? I know you got the website.
Prolifickid.com.
Okay, talk more about that.
Whenever you want to watch any of my films, go to prolifickid.com. That's where all my films are housed at. All my trailers that I shot, that I cooked up, film photos, digital photos, different types of work. All my work is on there across the board. And I'm also working on a Prolific Kid Volume 1. It's going to be a compilation of just dope footage, uncut raw footage that nobody has ever seen, from different artists, from myself, from, you know, people that I'm close to. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Everything's going to drop on across all socials, so you should see it if you follow me.
Talk about Static Selector. I know you was working with Static Selector. You know, it talks about other producers. You had a producer series that you started up. How far along are you with that, and how, like, you feel like you can get closer to that destination to complete it, or will it be something that'll take more time? Because you know, I know you're a very busy person at the same time.
I'm definitely working on it. I'm working on everything in intervals. Like I may work on one project one day, then the next day might go back to a different one. So the producer series is still going. The first episode was with Static Selector, Behind the Boards, Volume 1. Volume 2 and 3 are coming. I'm not sure when, but this year for sure. I'm just not sure exactly what dates, but it's just a matter of time of me getting with the artists and, you know, making the time to actually shoot it and film it, because everybody's schedule is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just something I was very interested in doing. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I have a list of my favorite producers that I just wanted to work with, and just, you know, just get that insight of what it takes to be a producer, because producers oftentimes don't get the credit they deserve, just like, you know, any other artist. But producers are really behind the scenes with a lot of stuff, and they need to have more light shedded on them, I think. Just my opinion. But I'm also fascinated with the art of producing, the art of beat making, and all of that. So just with me having that fascination, I just wanted to start that and just shed more light on, you know, what I do and what producers do.
Often you go upstate?
I go upstate pretty often, probably at least once a month.
So you go once a month, and I know you up there, you helping people with their projects and things of that nature. Would you have any message for people as upstate, or the young kids that want to be in your seat, your shoes, want to take it from point A to point B? What advice would you give them on taking that next step and, you know, getting out there, getting their hands dirty to be able to do what you do?
My best advice, and my number one thing would be to get out of your hometown, be able to have a mindset where what you're looking at is not all that's there. Be able to see beyond what's in front of you, be able to see and think outside of, maybe you have a small town. Try not to have a small town mentality. Try to think outside the box. Think that it's more to where you are, more to than what's just in your environment. It's more to life. There's people out there waiting to work with you that you don't even know. Things that you can accomplish that you may not even know. Just try to get out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is the worst place you want to be when you want to break through with anything that you're destined to do. So please, get out of your hometown, get out of your city. Just take the jump. Whatever you got to do, take the jump. Just get to it. That's my best offer.
Now that's 100. To break through this ceiling, it's like, I used to explain this, like, you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands, but now when you hold your two hands out, it's like you got everything you wanted, but it's in a snow globe. But that snow globe, it's like you could drop it, but it's not gonna break because it's bulletproof. You just don't got the weapons to break through that snow globe. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the tools and everything, that's your glass ceiling. Once you break that, it's over. Now you could just dig in and get everything you want, but it's a ceiling that you gotta pass. You gotta get those doubts and beliefs out your mind. If you really want to do something in life, you gotta go all in. And I talk about soul torturing a lot. You don't want to soul torture. Follow your passion. Find a way to monetize it. Find a way to get on big stages. Find a way to connect with people. And then that is one thing, but in person is where I personally believe the personal connection is going to be made, because there's no personality online. I could go live right now and act like I'm the happiest person in the world. As soon as I get off, I feel like a piece of energy never lies. It don't die. It just transfers. So when I step in the room, I meet brothers like this. We may not talk every single day, but when we link, it's business, and we're talking about some next level stuff. And we're gonna bring it here to y'all for real, man. Famus Made. We stepping into a new chapter. I promise you, this year is gonna be one of the most explosive years. We got some of the top creators. We having boxers on here. We got cinematographers on here. We got artists. We got producers, man. Check the track record. Hope y'all stay tuned to this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Anything else you want the people to know before we get up out of here, family?
Hey, man, my man just spit some bars just now. What he just said, I have nothing else to say, but what he just said, yes, do what you got to do. Push everything forward. Don't allow other things or other people, even your close ones, your close loved ones, to deter you away from what you want to do. If you have a vision, execute it the best way you can. And that's all I got, man. And, check out my videos and my films on prolifickid.com again.
AAA